So we now have a bamboo printer. It's a higher quality printer than the Prusa's. It's newer, it's faster, has a bigger build volume, up to 10 inches by 10 inches by 10 inches. It can also do up to 8 colors. It does use a different slicer though. The slicer is the software takes your 3D model and turns it into a 3D printable object, to instructions for the printer to actually run. So the launch orchestra, you can either look for this circle that looks like the Prusa logo with a little like whale or killer whale type shape, or you can hit Windows key and type ORC Orca Slicer. It's going to start up. Your version might be slightly newer than mine, but I don't think they've changed anything major. And you might get a upgrade notification. Unfortunately, I can't update easily, so ignore it. So this here, I'm going to hit cancel. I'm going to full size screen this. Now, when you open up Orca Slicer, you're going to see a list of your old projects or any project on that computer. What we're going to do here, you're also going to be logged in as user 253304 whatever. That is the printer here. So let's walk through a project in Orchestrizer. First step we're going to do is I'm going to hit new project, and I'm going to hit the add cube, and I'm going to pick a step file. I'm just going to pick um, this thing. So this is a thing printed for a project last year, which is a sample. I can change which filament is printed it. So let's go over the interface. So we are modes across here. We're basically living the prepare, preview, and device tabs. We have all our modeling tools across the top. If you hover over any of them, it will give you instructions about that. You can have multiple plates set up. And then we have all our settings on the left-hand side. So the first thing we need to do is I'm going to change this for a different filament. I can either do this by right-clicking and going down to change filament, or I can just click on the box here and just pick a different color. The color here will not change the color we're set up, but if you set these colors up for multiple colors, I'll do that for the future video, it does make sense to set those kind of where you want them. So first thing I need to do is I cannot print this in this orientation. We have a piece here that's hovering in space. If I go to the preview tab, I'll take it in slice, and you're gonna get warnings, but this right here is just hovering in space. I could print with supports, but a better option for this is to change its orientation. So I'm gonna grab the lay on face button, and I'm gonna click on this big face right here. Now, if I go to the preview, I do have a pretty thing. I do have a big bridge across the top here. It might not be the best setting, but I think it'll be fine. If I go down to the first layer, you'll see we're just stretching across the gap. And it'll probably dangle a little bit, but it's not a huge deal for this project. If I wanted to, I could put supports in there and I have to break them all off. If I want to do that, I would go to support over here, and I would pick enable supports, and I would slice plate again. I just turned on something I didn't want to. Oh, I should travel. Now, there would be support material all the way inside of here, and I have to break that out. It wouldn't be terribly hard. It also automatically added a brim to hold everything down. Settings that you're going to have to change mostly are you're going to mostly focus on what build type. Typically, we're going to print on the PEI build plate, the textured plate. I do have some other options, but don't change that unless something else, unless I talk to you about it. Make sure it stays textured. Our quality right now, this will be a 4 hour and 41-minute print. If I change this to strength, reslice the plate, we're down to 3 hours and 36. If I do 20 millimeters, 0.2 millimeter standard, we're down to 2 hours and 39 minutes. And if I didn't really care about extra draft, I just plate. This will get us down to 2 hours and 31 minutes. So really, it's about as far as we can get. We might as well use this standard. So there is our piece. Once we have it configured right, your next step, instead of exporting G code, is you're going to have to file, save project as, and give it a name. and that's going to create a 3MF file that you're going to upload to the Google form. Alternatively, if the printer is open and you discuss with me, especially if it's a shorter print, we can go to device. We might be able to turn on the video. Yep, so there's the printer's not doing anything. I can take and go back to my preview tab and I can hit print plate. I can tell it which things, I can pick which filament. The only filament right now that's loaded is filament 3 is white, so I could load that. This would show you all the colors and stuff. So there's also something in V1, it's also white. I probably want calibration on. I can't do time lapse right now. I'll put an SD card there eventually. I want to send it to the Kearsarge Bamboo XC11. Hit send. You'll see this progress bar. And when it's done, it'll switch you over to the device tab and the printer will start getting ready to go. So you can see the bed's going up. It's going to start doing things. I don't actually want to print this, so I'm going to hit stop and confirm. And now it's not going to print the part. So that is how to use Bamboo Studio. I will go into more advanced features later videos that complement the Prusa videos.